Decoding compliance. Understanding the 10+2 rule in Importer Security Filing, ISF. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll be focusing on a key aspect of Importer Security Filing, ISF, compliance, the 10+2 rule. This rule, also known as the Importer Security Filing and Additional Carrier Requirements, plays a significant role in enhancing supply chain security. Join us as we demystify the 10+2 rule and delve into its specifics and importance in ISF submissions. The 10+2 rule requires importers to submit 10 data elements, while carriers must provide an additional 2 pieces of information to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, prior to vessel departure. This rule is an essential component of ISF compliance and aims to enhance risk assessment and supply chain security. As per the 10+2 rule, importers are responsible for submitting 10 specific data elements to CBP as part of their ISF filing. These elements include manufacturer, seller, name and address of the entity that last manufactured, produced, or grew the goods. In the case of goods purchased from various sellers, the name and address of the entity physically consolidating the goods. Buyer, importer, name and address of the U.S. owner or purchaser from a foreign seller. Consignee number, importer of record, IOR, number or the CBP assigned importer identification number. Seller's name and address, name and address of the last foreign entity buying or selling the goods before its arrival in the United States. Container stuffing location, location where the goods were loaded into the container. Consolidator, stuffer, name and address of the party responsible for consolidating the goods or loading them into the container. Manufacturer, supplier, name and address of the manufacturer or supplier of the goods. Ship to name and address, name and address of the party taking initial or ultimate delivery of the goods. Country of origin, the country where the goods were manufactured, produced, or grown. Harmonized system, HS, code, the 6-digit harmonized system code that corresponds to the goods being imported. The remaining 2 data elements of the 10+2 rule are the responsibility of the carrier. The carrier, typically the vessel operator or the non-vessel operating common carrier, NVOCC, must provide CBP with the following information. The vessel operator must submit the stow plan, which outlines the position of each container on the vessel, to CBP. The carrier must transmit messages to CBP indicating the status of containers, such as whether a container is loaded or empty, as well as any changes in status during transit. To comply with the 10+2 rule, importers must ensure that the complete ISF filing, including the 10 data elements they are responsible for, is submitted to CBP at least 24 hours before the vessel's departure for the United States. Carriers, on the other hand, must transmit the 2 carrier-specific data elements prior to loading the container onto the vessel. The 10+2 rule holds significant importance in ISF compliance and overall supply chain security. Let's explore its key benefits. The detailed data elements required by the 10+2 rule provide customs authorities with vital information to assess potential security risks associated with incoming cargo. This enhances risk analysis capabilities and facilitates targeted risk management strategies. By obtaining data well in advance of the cargo's arrival, CBP can identify and address potential security threats before the goods enter the country. This proactive approach enables authorities to take necessary actions to protect national security. The 10+2 rule allows customs authorities to allocate resources effectively by focusing on higher-risk shipments. This targeted allocation optimizes security measures, reduces trade disruptions, and expedites clearance processes for low-risk shipments. The 10+2 rule fosters collaboration and information sharing among customs authorities and other government agencies responsible for security and enforcement. This cooperative approach allows for a holistic risk assessment and strengthens supply chain security. The 10+2 rule acts as a strong deterrent against illicit activities. Importers understand that non-compliance may result in penalties, cargo holds, or exclusion from preferred trade programs. This motivation for compliance helps maintain the integrity of the supply chain and protects against security threats. It's essential to note that ISF compliance goes beyond the 10+2 rule. Importers must fulfill all ISF requirements, which include the 10 data elements of the 10+2 rule plus additional details, such as the vessel name, voyage number, estimated arrival date, and foreign port of lading. Fulfilling all ISF obligations ensures comprehensive and accurate information for risk assessment and supply chain security. Failure to comply with the 10+2 rule or ISF requirements can result in penalties. Importers may face fines, cargo holds, or exclusion from participating in the Automated Commercial Environment (ACE) system, impacting trade operations. It is imperative for importers to prioritize ISF compliance to avoid potential penalties and disruptions. Customs brokers play a vital role in assisting importers with 10+2 rule compliance. They possess expertise in customs regulations, navigate the complexities of ISF filing, and ensure accurate and timely submission of the required data elements. Customs brokers collaborate with importers and carriers to fulfill their respective obligations, facilitating smooth compliance with the 10+2 rule. Thank you for joining us as we demystified the 10+2 rule in importer security filing, ISF, compliance. Understanding the specifics and importance of the 10+2 rule is essential for importers to ensure timely and accurate submission of the required data elements. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more informative videos on customs brokerage and international trade. Until next time, happy importing and compliance!